Yeah, man, you know, and then that's another thing. They mistaking you for a Muslim. Brother was like, hey, you Muslim? I'm like, nah, man, we the Israelites. You see how they could use that against us, man. Hey, man, they know damn well we ain't Muslim. Why they fronting, man? That's bearing false witness. Talking about we Muslim. See, they don't know the difference. People are at such a low state of understanding that they can't tell the difference. They don't set no difference between clean and unclean. Man. They don't set no difference between truth and lies, right? Righteousness and wickedness. All things is like a gray area in the society, man. They don't. It's like they don't separate color, man. It's like they don't know their colors. They don't know the ABCs, they 1, 2, 3s, and red, blue, and greens. You gotta break down basic things such as that. You know what I'm talking about, man? You gotta break down the basics. Right? This is Psalm 119, verse 139. My zeal hath consumed me. Right? You've been so zealous? You ever been so zealous, man? You was like infuriated? That's some zeal right there, man. See, when you act in your zeal, you do things that's wicked, man. That look wicked. Not wicked, but you know, you do things that's far and above and beyond what's normal. Right? You do things that look crazy. You will look like you a mad person, right? But that's the spirit of the Most High that be on you to do that, man. Right? It says, Psalm 119, verse 139, my zeal has consumed me because mine enemies have forgotten thy works. He's talking about his own people. Your enemies forgot the words of the Most High, man. Right? That's what we see. We come out here and we tell them they're Israel. They don't have no understanding on that. They just like, it's far from them to perceive it. They forgot the word. They forgot they Israel. So you gotta have a zeal to wake their behind up as much as you can, man. You know what I'm talking about? My zeal hath consumed me, right? Zeal, man. Infuriated. Let me get an example of that, man. Go to First Maccabees, man. All right, First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. See? This is the zeal of Mattathias. Spoke with a loud voice, man. He ain't speaking no soft monotone. That's what I'm talking about, man. You thought John the Baptist was speaking smoothly, speaking softly, man? Just as he didn't have on that soft raiment, right? He didn't speak softly. You know what I'm saying? But what Esau tell you, right? Because Esau lived by the sword. He'll say, speak softly and carry a big stick. Ain't that what President Roosevelt said? Right? Didn't he come up with that saying? Speak softly and carry a big stick? Nah, man, we speak softly. We speak loud, man. That's how the prophet spoke. It's supposed to speak, man. Speaking loud. Right? Not no whisper and no monotone sound, man. Speaking all soft, man. That goes into saying harsh words, man. Speaking so-called foul language. You know what I'm saying? Got a rough speech. A loud voice, man. Right? That's how the prophet spoke, man. This is how men of zeal spoke. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandment, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. All right? Verse 21, God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Motive, according to the king's commandment. All right? Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal. You see this? This wicked Israelite came to do a sacrifice, right? Inflamed with zeal. Because he was a respecter of persons, wanting to listen to the king's commandment instead of keeping the laws and commandments that was given to his forefathers. Right? It says, which when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. You see that? Inflamed with zeal. Couldn't hold back the anger, man. Couldn't hold back the fury. The wrath of the Most High was upon him. Right? You would think people like this is a so-called identity extremist, right? This is what you would call Mattathias. You would call him an identity extremist, right? Ain't that what they like to call the Israelites? You know that's code for Israelites, right? Identity extremists. Right? They would have called Mattathias that, man. Oh, you extreme, brother. You killed one of your own because of some laws and commandments. Brother, it's not that serious, brother. Listen, brother, we in captivity. We in captivity, brother. You ain't got to go that hard, brother. Relax. It's not that serious. You gonna make us all look bad. Listen, you do this, brother, they gonna all label us terrorists and come after us, brother. Don't do it, brother. Right? Don't do it, brother. Don't be extreme like this, brother. Listen, man, don't do this to us. They're gonna come after us if you do this, brother. Don't do it. They're gonna label us all terrorists. Don't do it, brother. You know, brother, you got too much zeal. Calm down, brother. Calm down. You know they're gonna label us identity extremists, brother. Relax. Calm down. Just be a little lukewarm, brother. Don't go that hard. It's alright. Okay? Relax, brother. Chill. You know what I mean? Don't go out there and teach, brother. It's not that serious, brother. could call him Jesus, brother. That's all right. He's still gonna answer your prayer if you say Jesus, brother. Right? You could pray in Jesus Christos, right? Listen, man, he gonna answer your prayers, man. It's okay, man. You don't have to profess yourself to be an Israelite, man. Just be a Christian, brother. It's all right. Conform to the ways of the world. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, man. Right? You're supposed to be going in the opposite direction. When they say go down, you go up. When they say go left, you go right. You know? This is what you're supposed to do, man. You know what I'm talking about? So Mattathias was inflamed with zeal, right? And his reins trembled. You know how you be so infuriated? Your rein, you start to tremble and shake. It's like you nervous. But you're not nervous. You're trying to hold back your anger. Trying to hold back your wrath. You be ready to put your hands on a brother or sister. Or a damn Edomite. Right? Because you know you're right. Because the spirit on you to discern good and evil. And you know that you can pass righteous judgment. But what? You try to hold back the zeal. You try to hold back that fury. So much so that your reins tremble. You know what I'm talking about? I know I have been in plenty of situations where brothers, his reins was trembling, man, trying to hold back the anger. But what the scriptures say, be angry but sin not. You know what I'm talking about? It says he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. You see that? Slayed his ass upon the altar. This brother would have been a... Listen, if he did that now, brother be charged with murder. Charged with murder. But see, you got to understand in the context Mattathias did this. Right? It was like the abomination of desolation being set up here. So if they do this again, you think a brother gonna hold back? Right? If they want to bring out the mark of the beast and keep me from buying and selling, I'ma just leave it right there. I'ma just keep it there. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna speak on that. You know what I'm talking about? I pray and hope the Most High be with me in that day. You know what I mean? First Maccabees 2 verse 25, also the king's commissioner, right? Who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. See that? Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did unto Zambri, the son of Salome. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. Right, so, come on, man. You're saying that guy wasn't the only one he killed, man. You know he was killing a couple brothers. right? Zeal, zealousness for the law, man. Zealousness. Come on, man. All right, let's jump down to verse 49. Now, when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation. Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Okay? Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor, and an everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness? Joseph in the time of his distress kept the commandment, and was made Adoniah of Egypt. Phinehas our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Yahushua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land. David, for being merciful, possessed the throne of an everlasting kingdom. Elijah, for being zealous and fervent, for the law was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Azarias, and Misael, believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions. Okay? So these are all examples of faith, man. All examples of having zeal. Right?